All right, we should be live. Howdy, folks. It is Tuesday, May the 6th. The time right now is 4:43 p.m. and it's about 19 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at the northeastmost corner of High Park, and that's a look at Bloor Street west there, Parkside Drive to the south, which is on the right, and Keel Street on the north of the intersection. Hopefully you can see and hear everything A-OK. Let me just check the audio. As it's not a windy day, I'm just using the built-in microphones from the camera. Let me get the camera up here. There I am, overdressed, it looks like. Of haze over the lens, but I hope you're all doing well. This is a very last minute live stream. I was going to come here tomorrow morning and live stream the cherry blossoms at High Park, but I think they may already be at peak bloom and there may be not as much to see as every day goes by. And rather than cut through the park here and deal with the connection demons that often plague High Park, we're gonna walk along Bloor Street up towards the entrance of the park. We'll head in and we'll check out Toronto's most popular spot to see Sakura trees. I see Zach McNally here, Toronto Moose, Marge, Vivian Johnson, Sheena Roberts, Medano, the mods are all here. Daniel, CJ Breakaway says he lives around here. Drew Costin, Mr. Danny, Michael Nguyen, Deborah. Thanks so much for tuning in. And thank you to me for doing this, leaving me with no video tomorrow morning. Like I said, I was going to come here and do this, but we're going to do it now. This probably won't be a full-length stream. Might only be somewhere in the neighborhood of an hour or so. But I wanted to check out the cherry blossoms while they were in bloom, and it's certainly going to be crowded there. I have a video coming up where I checked out the cherry blossoms at Mount Pleasant Cemetery. CJ Breakaway says, may I come find you? My location is well known. You're free to drop in and say hi. As we walk directly towards the sun. I was originally going to post a video at 6 p.m. tonight, a hotel video from my trip, but I think I'll bump that until tomorrow. Christo says, happy pre-hump day, everyone. I might still do a live stream tomorrow morning, I'm not sure. There's a look east along Bloor. Drew says the food at the Black Oak Cafe in the park is good, albeit somewhat pricey. I think there were a few warm days that led to the cherry blossoms peaking a little bit earlier than usual. If this wind persists, I can switch over to the other microphone setup. Hopefully this is short-lived. So I've had problems streaming in High Park in the past. It doesn't have very good cellular service. There's a girl using a DJI Pocket 3. But we're gonna try to do it in 4K. I might have to bump this down to 1080 if we have connection issues. Alicia Lewis is here. Jeanette Morales is here. Carol Ali, Jacqueline S, Howard Charco. Dude going way too fast on something that I don't think should be in a bike lane. a bike lane. It's not the Indianapolis Speedway. What is going on? As M&H Racing says, anti-bike lane people say there's no one in the bike lane. I would argue that the last 3 people we saw go by shouldn't be in the bike lane, but this bike lane is plenty well used. Michael Mills is here. Friendly reminder to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that fun stuff. Greetings, Harjot. Midtown Moonshine, Dog Mama. Mike Landry. $2. Hello to you, Mike Landry. Thank you so much for the support, and greetings from Toronto all the way to the East Coast. What an absolutely gorgeous day, and what an idiot I am for wearing a light hoodie. This has t-shirt and shorts written all over it. And this backpack's not big enough for me to shove my hoodie into. They've got High Park pedestrianized, much to the dismay of all the NIMBYs who think it should be their personal park to drive through in this area. It's absolutely absurd, the opposition to closing High Park down to traffic, but during cherry blossom season, they do just that. It really should be a year-round thing.
Thanks, you too. Come on,
High Park closed to vehicles on weekends. There's a guy with no shirt.
Along the way.
As we begin the walk towards the cherry blossoms. Our guest says, "Hi, Johnny, let's go." They do just that. It really should. All right, I think the audio's okay. I'm going to be keeping an eye on our signal strength. I have never had good luck live streaming in Hyde Park. Cherry Blossom Art and History, now on Wednesday to Sunday. Free admission, Sakura craft, $5. I just missed the cherry blossoms in Tokyo. I believe that was some clarinet action we were just listening to. What a gorgeous day. Remind me to try to capture a new thumbnail for this in the park. Carol says, nice oboe. And this says, tie my hoodie around my waist. It always comes undone. It ends up bothering me when I do that. I'll just tough it out. Christo says, clarinet. I don't know a piano from a trombone. I shouldn't be commenting on that, but certainly played it far better than I ever could. And we are already at 240 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. We are minutes away from seeing some cherry blossom trees. There's a snack bar here. You could cut through this part of the park to Bloor Street. I'm probably going to end up doing that at the end of the stream. Drew Costin says, remember to capture a new thumbnail in the park. Thank you, Drew. Remind me that every 5 minutes, please. Ideally, I would have came here like a few hours ago. I've got somewhere to be after 6, so this just kind of made sense. There's a beautiful sight. So there's a few Sakura trees here. Then this road kind of leads us down past a whole bunch of them. It's a nice walk any time of year, but especially at this time. It's probably better from the other side. That sun out of the way. Oh, look at this. We got some babies. Howard Charco says serious wind noise. Let me know if the wind noise picks up. I'll switch it over to my new wireless mic setup. So he says, went to see the cherry blossoms last weekend on Saturday. Nice to see they're still in bloom. It was originally predicted that it would last until May 9th or so. But I think today and tomorrow is probably the last chance to see them until those trees really start to look bare. Greetings, Linda L. Playing badminton, I think, with a 360 camera in the middle. I don't know how I feel about that. Setting up a picnic underneath a cherry blossom tree, kind of ruining everyone's shots and access. There's a few more trees this way, and we'll head down to the main stretch. And get a view of Grenadier Pond. Do not stand in the trees. JFC. Let's shame this person. Get the F off of the tree. Estelle is here. Greetings, Estelle. It's okay. I don't care. That guy didn't want to walk in front of the camera, but it doesn't matter to me. We're not filming a movie here. All right, the extremely inconsiderate person jumped out of the tree. Greetings, Mandy Haynes, and it looks like baseball season is upon us. Wow, what a nice looking outfield that is. That is some beautiful grass. Lacking a warning track though. What's up with that? I like the old school grass infields a little better. Got a bit more character to them. I think that one over there has a grass infield. 285 to dead center. Rather small dimensions at Jack Wilson Field. 254 down the line. You hit a frozen rope and you're doing a trot around the bases. It's a very short porch. I kind of am low-key jealous of all those kids about to play.
Aqui, meu filho, tá no som da Mars.
Greg says weird size outfield. Well, those kids might be like 13, 14, right? It's probably fine for their age. I think once you get to around 16, they'll be hitting too many dingers for that field to really work. All right, we're heading down towards the pond.
Oh, I know exactly. No, already. Wait, everyone?
Diva Tequila, good to see you. Brad Palmer's here. All right, here comes most of the cherry tree action in the park.
Very low, is it really worth the fight? The symmetry of us seems like a line. There's a smile on your face, you cry behind your eyes. When the beauty feels fake, go from then to the
Stay on trails and pathways. Avoid climbing or walking under the trees. Pulling on the branches. Yes. Do not touch the trees. Dispose of litter. We already saw some people who
you're breaking my heart, but you know that I won't. If you leave a scar, then at least we were born. That's how I know it's not in the world.
How beautiful is this? Vivian Johnson says the wind is strong. I think it died down. If it picks up again, I can switch over. It was pretty calm when I set this up. All right, this might be the thumbnail spot. Can I dig that out? The tripod on my gimbal is being really persistent. One sec, guys.
الان ما متریالتون میخوام بگیریم بزنیم مامانی خوب اومدی ها دمت گرم.
Okay, I'm not sure how good a job I did, but I updated the thumbnail. How scenic is this? Ooh, low bit rate. Yeah, historically, this is a terrible spot for live streaming. And here I am trying to do it in 4K. But the connection's recovering. There's a few more lurking down by the pond. Michael Newton says 480p. Yeah, the signal strength is fluctuating, but we're holding up. This is much better luck than I had in previous years. And this is, of course, Grenadier Pond. The most well-known feature of Hyde Park, but we'll spin around and take a look at those. Cherry Blossoms Theory says happy cherry blossoms. Someone fishing. Estelle says it's a lovely morning in Australia, 21. We're not too far off. It's about 19 here. Michael says 480p showing. Oh, 2160p should be an option for everyone, providing your display can handle it. I'll have to come back here in the summer when it's quiet. It's okay. Greetings, high and low retrospective. Ducks on the pond. And congrats to the Leafs last night. They went up big and early. And Florida closed the gap. But the Leafs were able to hold off. Some good news for once. Simons Gordon hasn't been to High Park in a long time. We'll hang out by the water a little bit more. Not the best timing with the porta potty pumper truck here, but I guess they got to do it sometime. Look how busy it is down here. Some baby cherry blossoms planted. Zach McNally says Maple Leafs vs. Panthers game 2 is at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Good to know. Sorry guys, just battling a few connection issues. Connection seems to be getting better. There's one more really nice patch of cherry blossom trees. We're gonna go check them out. Do not touch the trees. What are you doing? Don't you see the signs everywhere saying don't do that? There we go, we found okay. All right, I think I'm gonna switch us over to a 1080p feed. The 4K isn't quite holding up. Bear with me, the stream will disappear for a second, but it will be back. Just one sec, guys. All right, we should be back. We should be back. But didn't work. But it should be back now. I don't know why the 1080p didn't work, but we're back. We're just gonna have to tough it out. All these people in the area and not a good streaming location. Marcus says pet it. Duck, duck, goose, literally, indeed. Astute observation. Nola 3 says friendly Canadian goose. Good to see some new ones planted. Lisa says that was weird. What, our little rendezvous with the goose? Hayden Thompson McGuire's here. I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. I guess that's what day it is today. Again, this was gonna be my live stream tomorrow morning, but I started having thoughts that maybe the cherry blossoms wouldn't be so nice after today. So I might still go live tomorrow. Not really sure what I'm gonna do. Greetings, Rosie Land. Jeanette Morales. For a snacky. Got to get ready to go home. Thanks for the awesome company, Johnny and Pals. Jeanette, thank you so much. I hope you have a safe and expedient, is that a word? Trip home, but thank you, Jeanette. Oh, there will be snacks after this. I am starving. I'm gonna pick some dinner up as soon as the stream is done. Some people like cosplaying. We in Toronto or Akihabara? I'm gonna do one more potential thumbnail. Yeah, my YouTube, I've got the stream on my S24 and it keeps saying it's ending the stream. Still touching the trees. Yeah, I saw people doing it at Trinity Bellwoods. There was some idiot climbing a tree earlier on in the stream. It's not like there's giant signs everywhere saying don't touch them. But we're gonna make our way back towards Bloor Street. We'll walk past a lot of cherry blossom trees on the way. This place and the Toronto Islands are the two places that are very difficult to stream from. In the city, as far as keeping your connection. So I apologize if it occasionally cuts out. Lisa says nature hates a live stream. It low-key kind of does. I think that's nature's way of saying come see it in person, but thank you, Lisa, for the $5. Absolutely beautiful. Some people eating ice cream. Smart idea. Thank you, Lisa, for the $5. This intermission is brought to you by the fine folks at Super Save Toilet Rentals. Need to rent a toilet? Call Super Save. We'll bring a big truck and make your area not smell very nice. Stephanie says there's a cherry chai drink at Starbucks right now. I think of all the places that have cherry blossoms, we're among the last to get them in bloom. They're long done in Asia.
Scouting out. You can get like a
Najma Abasi with the super chat. Najma, sorry if I mispronounced your name, but thank you so much for the $5. It's much appreciated. Let's go this way. Liz P, I hate the crowds. Thank you for doing this for us. Well, the plan was to do this tomorrow late morning, and avoid much of the crowds, but thank you, Liz P, for the tenor. I'm glad you appreciate it. Whew. This might just conclude my cherry blossom coverage for the year. Although I still have a pre-recorded video coming up that shows off a few. There's probably the most photographed tree.
It's because you suck, yeah.
I know Retrospective says there's cherry blossoms at Korea Park in Mississauga. There are. This is the spot in Toronto. Trinity Bellwood says a few little pockets of them. That's probably the second most popular spot. St. George campus at Robarts Library has some. You can see some at Mount Pleasant Cemetery. There's a row of them at the CNE. I think there's a few at the Islands. Oh, here comes the choo-choo. No worries, CJ breakaway. I definitely way overdressed. There's actually a 20 km/h speed limit, and it's well known that the cops will come here and bust cyclists. There's a few stop signs they'll sit at as well. Although I think the only known incident of someone getting hit by a cop or getting hit by someone on a bike here was a bike cop hitting someone. But hashtag priorities, I guess. We're all probably going over 20, but it's no big deal.
Yeah, honestly.
Not as much.
Cut through these last few trees here. I'm making my way over to High Park Station, if you're wondering where I'm going. I would have looped through the park another way, but I wasn't too confident we'd have a very good signal. The other way was pretty wooded in some parts. As I got down near Grenadier Pond, hey, get your hand off the tree, jackass. There's where we saw someone climbing the tree earlier. We got a chopper up above. Hey, we can see the CN Tower up in the distance. Lisa says, say something. Yeah, I kind of felt like it, but I also didn't feel like it. I think showing them to hundreds of people did something to shame them at least. So we're gonna make our way over to Bloor Street. It's actually a neat little zoo in this park. It's got kind of a fascinating history to it. It was originally a private estate donated to the city on the grounds that it remains a park. And the city has, for the most part, made good on it, except just to the very southern end of the park. They had to truncate the park a little bit. I think they've kept in the spirit of the original agreement for the most part. Cut through this nice little semi-wooded area instead of going the way we came in. Greetings, Mike. Carl Rotz says, welcome back. Thank you. It's been a week, 6 days or a week. I finally put my carry-on luggage in my closet. It's been sitting on the floor in my living room for the last week. I'm gonna hazard to get a new passport photo taken tomorrow, and I'll make an appointment online. To get that renewed later this week or early next week.
Bakit hindi ba yan?
Someone with a GoPro. Carl says Japan is always a nice place to visit. Yeah, I posted a YouTube short yesterday that kind of summarizes why I went back to Japan. It's actually a clip from my Stumble stream. I got kind of tired of answering that question to people who reached out to me, so I thought I'll just put it up as a video. This is Bloor Street West. Just gonna go down to this intersection and cross. Estelle, you keep saying goodbye. The stream, you've been saying goodbye for like the last 10 or 15 minutes. We're still going here. Although, I guess there's not too much time left. Big thanks to everyone who has tuned in for this one. Do like, subscribe, hit the bell, etc., etc. So we're about to cross at Clendenin Avenue. Carl Roth says another month until the Eglinton Crosstown opens. You know, they've really been kind of opening it up at Eglinton Station. You can see very clearly into new parts of the station. I would guess it's going to be opening pretty soon. This light cycle here, and then we're gonna go hop on the subway. let's go back this way. There's a entrance just up here. How to get to Hyde Park Station the long ass way. Also is looking forward to the new stuff when the crosstown opens. Yeah, there'll be heaps of content. I'm sure I won't be the only one covering it. But you know what, folks? We're going to wrap this one up. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank our mods, Patreon supporters, channel members. Do like, subscribe, leave a comment. It's definitely appreciated. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry there were some connection issues. I kind of knew that would be the case. And I'm undecided if we're going to be posting a video tomorrow or what. We'll figure it out. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have an awesome day. Man, I'm hungry. Thanks, guys. Yoink.